Why your words can make or break you. Talk smart, not too much. You probably judged this video before even knowing what's inside of it. Based on its title and the looks of it, you probably thought of how useful this video would be just by looking at it. And then you made the decision of clicking on this video. Don't worry, I get it. You're just human. That is how our nature works. And that is exactly the reason why you must watch out. Have you ever realized how quickly we form opinions just based on what we hear, before we even dive into the depths of a discussion? The thing that you control is the information that you provide. It's all based on the words and the framing of the words. Hello visionaries, Job Baltes here. What you say, how you say it, and where you say it can deeply impact how others perceive you. Today we're going to explore the power of words and how you can use them wisely. Why? Well, this is something I recently learned and something that I'm still learning right now. I make all my videos because I am on a mission to help as many people as possible to express themselves. During this mission, I capture my journey and capture my learnings to provide as much value as possible. That is why I make all my videos, write my articles, and why I am engaged in social media in the first place. Let's get started. So first, let us talk about perception. Our words aren't just sounds. They're the paint with which we color our persona in the minds of others. Every word can reinforce or reshape how others see you. I learned this the hard way in my jobs. In my remote sales role, I once made the mistake of overly praising it while I was in my in-person sales job. Luckily, on time, one of my teachers or coaches, however you want to call it, saw this happening and explained the consequences it could have. Tension could surface. Colleagues could see me as less committed to the in-person sales job. Your words set expectations, and it's crucial to align them with your right intentions and of course with your true intentions. Let me share some personal experiences where I learned the importance of tempering enthusiasm with discretion. Talking about personal relationships, I've realized that that's a no-go area, and especially discussing past relationships in current ones. It creates unnecessary comparison and discomfort. Another example, my early days, around my 18s, I was dabbling in investments. I talked up big plans before any result was in, setting myself up for embarrassment and misperception about my financial position. These experiences taught me that oversharing can lead to misunderstandings and misplaced expectations. You can make those mistakes yourself or learn from them because I made them for you. It's better to say less and keep things a mystery than saying too much. And believe me, I'm still learning this and I am not quite good at this as well. So it will take some time, but what I'm trying to remember right now is what is the added value of sharing it. And most of the time, the answer is not that much, because you help the people you're talking to create a story that can work against you if you don't watch out and if you're not careful. What is your real intention when sharing something? Knowing why you share something can work in your favor instead of against you, because if you know why you share it, it immediately will be more valuable. Okay, so you should be holding back a little on what you're saying, right? But a lot of it also depends on where you're saying it. Of course, a little mystery is good everywhere, but with my partner, I should be able to pour my heart out and be really enthusiastic. At least if you have a good partner, in my opinion. With really close friends, it should be the same. But you need to be a bit more careful and also a bit more critical. Everyone outside of that range are the people you can be a bit more mysterious to and should be a bit more careful too. Why? You never know who is listening and what they exactly hear. In a lot of circles, spaces and networks, you need to build trust. I work at 2 companies. A company is built and structured in a way that it wants to grow with the people that they have. They use 2 metrics for that one, to choose the right people to work with. It's trust and performance. If someone performs really well but cannot be trusted or is really toxic, you don't want that person around. If someone performs really poorly but you can really trust that person, you know there is space for growth and that person probably stays. If someone performs okay but you can really trust that person, you're good. And if you're being trusted and perform well, you're settled. When I talk a lot of really good stuff about one company to the other company, my trust falls down and my chances for growth declines. A lot of business people use the sentence, "Can I talk freely or openly?" They want to protect their trust, so that's a way of managing it. These metrics can be used in life and in business. In business, results are easy to track. But in life, you can think of examples like keeping your word, putting in effort, showing that you understand the other, create consciousness over the circles you're in, and think of the things that are handy to talk less about to certain people for future you. We discussed the importance of not sharing too much and how trust could be gained or lost, depending on what you share and in what context. So, what can you share? There are certain aspects that significantly influence how people perceive you, and especially positivity and negativity. You should always share the positive aspects of your situation, as it positively influences your surroundings and people's perception of you. Being known as a positive person is not a bad thing, so it's always beneficial to spread positivity. On the other hand, negativity, such as complaining or talking things or people down, is something you should avoid for your own sake and for others. Now, how can we apply those lessons? Here are some strategies. Don't share everything. It's tempting to share every detail, and especially when you're excited. But remember, less is often more. Keep some mystery to maintain interest and avoid potential misperception. Where to share. Be mindful of your audience. With close friends or a partner, openness strengthens bonds. But in professional settings or wider social circles, measure your words. Consider the trust performance metrics used by companies, including the Navy SEALs, to decide how much you share based on trust and performance. What to share? Focus on spreading positivity. Positivity enhances your image and influences your environment constructively. Conversely, avoid negativity. It rarely serves you well and it can diminish others' perception of you. To wrap up, understanding the philosophical impact of our words helps us develop better communication strategies. By being mindful of how we express ourselves, we can shape perceptions positively and navigate social and professional landscapes more effectively. Reflect on your conversations of this week. Think about what you shared and where. Could you have held back a little? Or was there a moment where being open served you well? If you found this discussion enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course share this video, because then it could be of more value to someone else as well. And remember, every conversation is a step on the path of personal growth. Keep climbing that mountain, not just by talking, but by talking smart. Keep pushing boundaries and define your success in your own terms. Farewell, and remember, the right words at the right time can truly make a big difference in the world. Ciao.